Show. Hello. It's the Chatty Patty Blah Talk Show.
We will talk about the things that mean so much to you, like going to a restaurant or hanging at the zoo, clothes and sports and funny news, crafts and travel too. Nothing ever scripted, so expect the unexpected.
Hello. It's the Chatty Patty Blah Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty Blah Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty Blah Talk Show.
Hi, welcome to our show. It's Tuesday, June 4th, 2019, episode 86, and I'm Chatty Patty.
I'm Paula Walla.
Our special guest today is Jeremy Altier from Royal Oak Brewery. Welcome, Jeremy.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You're the head brewer, the only brewer.
I love to hear you say that, Patty.
How come I can't say
No.
it?
It's like you have a mouthful of marbles when you say brr.
How did you describe your job title, Jeremy?
I do everything involved in beer. Clean, make the beer, write the recipes, transfer beer from one hole to another hole.
Drink the beer.
Drink the beer, test the beer, quality control.
You
Yes.
pee the beer.
Yeah.
So what was your jobs that led you to this career?
Well, I was in civil engineering before I started brewing, and I hated it. I was behind a computer all the time. Couldn't stand it. I did a few other things, trying to get out of that. And I started getting into beer. I started home brewing. I became friends with Greg Burke, who was the head brewer at Woodward Avenue Brewery. And I started helping him at like DIY Fest, Pig and Whiskey, beer festival, stuff like that, essentially just throwing kegs around for a weekend. And then he eventually got me in to be an assistant. And I worked there one day a week, and I told the civil engineering job I was at that I was going back to school one day a week to learn more about AutoCAD or whatever, but I was actually going to learn how to brew.
Well, let's drink some beers. What do we got here today?
Is there a beer school?
There actually is beer schools, yeah. Let's do Kolsch first.
Okay.
Kolsch.
My favorite.
All right.
Kolsch is light.
Is light. Oh, I like Kolsch. I like light.
It's made in Cologne, Germany.
Can you give us the recipe?
Yeah, you want it? It's not that.
Takes a lot of time and a little bit of loving, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could give you the recipe, but everyone's going to brew it a little differently, and every system's going to be a little different too. But it's a light, easy drinking beer. It's an ale that drinks like a lager. A little bit of hop presence, but not too much. Most people who like light beers would like this one.
Let's cheers.
Cheers.
All
Cheers.
right, Tuesday.
So, what is the evolution of Kolsch?
Kolsch started in Cologne, Germany.
Well, I mean,
Where it's
your
typically brewed.
Kolsch. What about your Kolsch?
Me like.
Our Kolsch, well, it's been brewed there now, 24 years. Royal Oak Brewery's been open since 1995.
Oakland County's first brewery.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's changed over the years. Every brewer kind of experiments with a little bit. You don't want to completely change it. So, I mean, it's pretty much the beer that's been brewed there, but you tweak different hops, different fermentation temperatures will do different things to it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's typically made in Cologne, Germany. Outside of Cologne, Germany, technically you're not supposed to call it a Kolsch. Because
you guys
of
spell it different or something?
No, you just say it's a Kolsch style. But no, you could do that.
I was gonna toast you in
cheers.
front of this
There you go,
camera.
cheers.
Oh. I have a really silly question. Is there hops in all beer?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a style, Grit, I believe is how you pronounce it, that doesn't have any hops in it. But that's really about it.
What's it called?
Grit, G-R-U-I-T, Grit.
And what does that taste like?
Depends on who makes it.
Not hops.
A lot of times you'll add.
I am Groot.
Yeah, there's already beers. Yeah, that's one of them. You'll add like herbs and spices to it instead of hops to kind of give it a different kind of flavor.
A herb or is it an herb?
Herb, whatever you want to call it.
Herb is like a man's name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Herb is a lumber store.
Not herber.
Herb lumber.
Herb lumber. So tell us a little bit of what it's like working at the Royal Oak Brewery. I happen to love the staff. I think that you got a great group of people working there, bartenders, and tell us about the food.
Oh, I love the grilled cheese
food,
with the apple and bacon.
It's a scratch kitchen. They work their butts off in there. Everything's from scratch. We do everything from burgers to enchiladas. We try to switch the menu up every once in a while, add some new stuff, take some stuff away. We actually just hired a new chef too. Basilio is leaving after 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just hired a new chef. He's actually, I think today was his first day, so he's training today. Basilio will be with him for probably about a month until Bass moves on.
So what can you make besides that beer cheese dip or beer cheese soup with beer?
You can make anything you want. You
Really?
can add it to anything, yeah.
Like a salad dressing?
Oh, yeah. You can do salad. You ever make pancakes with beer?
No.
Instead of water or milk or whatever? Yeah.
One time, though, this is a really funny story. We were at my mother-in-law's, and it was very late at night, and I had just met my future cousin, and my mother-in-law was making these egg casseroles, and she had 3 different ones. And when she turned around, my cousin Barb poured a whole beer in one and went, shh. And I'm like, did you just do that? So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. And then in the morning, we served the egg casseroles, and we're like, which one is it in? I confessed to my mother-in-law like 20 years later that
Didn't no one
Cousin
notice
Barb
that
did
it
that.
tasted wonky?
no, but I got in kind of trouble for that. But so you could add it to an egg casserole.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we couldn't really tell.
Yeah, but
What's the weirdest thing like you've made with beer? Like,
probably the pancakes, but it's fun to do.
What
What
are
does
they?
it
Are
do?
they super bubbly and fluffy?
do you
Yeah,
get buzzed?
yeah.
Do you get buzzed off?
When you cook them, probably if you eat enough of them, you're not going to add that much beer to it, but it definitely has more of a beer flavor, yeah.
Oh.
All right, so let's get back to the staff at the Royal Oak Brewery, and it seems like a great place to work.
Yeah.
How long have you been there? Did you say?
I've been there now almost 3 years. So, a lot of people that have worked there have been there for a long time. Tim Saluski, he was the original, well, not the original brewer, but he's been there for a really long time. He's now the general manager. A lot of the staff sticks around for a long time, and we try to create a fun atmosphere. Everyone there likes to have fun. So,
Has it always been the same location?
yes, yep.
Okay. I guess it's
and
hard
they're
to move those
affiliated with
things
some
around.
other breweries, right?
Yeah, Detroit Beer Company is the same owners, yeah.
You've been there, Paula, in downtown Detroit?
No, I need to go
Yeah,
there.
what street is that on? That's right next to...
Throw me under the bus there.
oh, yeah, sorry.
I
we'll
can't
look
remember the name. It's right next to, well, it used to be Small Plates, but I don't think Small Plates is there anymore
yeah.
either. But it's right in downtown, like the
Near Tiger Stadium.
Near Tiger Stadium, Ford Field, Fox,
Okay.
Theater.
And they have
I
the
was
same
gonna-
beers there?
No, they do a whole different thing down there.
Oh, okay.
They got a new brewer down there too. He's been doing a lot of fun stuff.
Is there
too.
friendly competition between you two?
No, not really. We try to work together.
Oh, good,
So-
good. Good.
Do you
but I
guys
do make better beer than him.
Of course you do.
do you guys bottle any of your own beer there?
No, we don't. So
That sounds like a pain.
in Michigan, there's 2 different kinds of licenses when brewing. Well, there's a few more, but there's main 2. There's microbreweries and brew pubs. We're a brew pub, which means we can't distribute. We can only sell our beer in-house. But it also allows us to have other people's beer, other people's wine, other people's liquor, cider, mead, whatever. Where like a microbrewery, they're allowed to distribute, but in-house they can only sell what they make. So they can get, some of these new breweries are getting distiller license, so they're making spirits. You get a cider mead, you can make your own cider and mead and stuff like that.
But can you buy a growler of beer?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
you can buy a growler. When you come in,
yeah.
you can take a growler home. I sell kegs,
got a
for
growler.
parties and stuff like that too. So.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can
We have a
even bring in
kegerator.
your own growler, like now. Like
Yeah, you can bring. There was a law for a long time to where you couldn't do that, but I think that recently changed. So you can bring any growler you want in.
Any kind of vessel? Or does it have to be a
well,
growler
it should be a
shape?
growler. There's a bunch of different kind of growlers now.
Bring in some mason jars. Can you fill all these up?
You know what? It might come to that. It might come to that.
If you come
not?
see me, I'll fill you one. I don't know.
So let's have a refill, or should we try the next beer?
What do you want to do? We can try. It
Oh my
doesn't matter.
gosh. You
Should
do
we
like
try
beer, Patty. Look
a-
at you go.
A Vit? A Vit?
Yep.
Oh.
We I also brought a summer wit. It's a German summer beer.
Oh, I got us a
Or
second set
German
of
summer
glasses.
beer. Belgian summer beer. It
So
doesn't
what's
matter to me.
what's in this that makes it different?
This
this?
one's a little lighter to drink. It's made with Belgian yeast, which is completely different than
Yeast is everywhere, I hear.
yeah, pretty much. Do you want a different glass? or the same
Paula,
glass?
go, go, go.
Oh, I thought I had to chug that down.
No, I
You can,
got it.
that's fine. You want a different glass?
Yeah, do it in there. Less
it doesn't.
dishes.
It doesn't matter.
I'm
So
always-
Paula is usually likes to mix it up. You don't usually drink beer, do you?
I'll drink anything.
I know you'll drink anything.
Can you mix beers like Is it like, are there two beers that like, oh, if you mix these two, it's really good?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. We actually
Like a
with
blend.
this we make we mix it with well, not mix it, but we make shandies out of it. You just add lemonade to it and drink it that way. But this also has coriander
So let's toast
and
to the
orange
bit.
peel in it, so it's got a nice like refreshing orange taste to it.
Oh. I can taste it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Easy to drink. Definitely like
That's
a
a
summer
good
patio beer.
Yeah.
See, I personally like less carbonation, so the wheat beer has a lot of carbonation,
Oh yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
usually, yeah.
But I like it. I mean, I just, makes me a little gassy.
Yeah, that and probably the yeast too.
Okay.
Because typically, like a lot of that flavor comes from that yeast, and you don't want to filter it. Where like the Kolsch is filtered, all that yeast is knocked out of it. A wheat beer has all that. You keep the yeast in it. That's why it's a little cloudy. The wheat will also do that too. That's in there, but and oats.
Oats are
Yeah,
there?
there's oats.
Like
in there,
oatmeal?
yeah, kind of. The oats give it kind of that
Fiber.
creamy texture.
I wonder if you substituted water for beer in oatmeal.
Oh, that's a good question I had. I mean, like, how much water is in the beer we're
It's all
drinking?
wa- it's
all
all-
water.
it's all water,
So,
yeah.
do you feel that you can taste water in different cities, and you'd be like, "Oh, this would make a great beer"? Or...
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely different. Like Detroit has like some of the best water to make beer with.
I think
good.
we have good water.
But yeah, you can have beer from different states, and it's gonna taste like it'll taste different because the water's different. Because it's 90% of what you're drinking.
So it's good for my skin.
Yeah, of course.
What about well water beer would be bad?
Probably.
That would taste bad.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I've
Oh.
actually had. There was a brewery in Canada that had them that was in like a weird well, and I can't remember what it was made out of, but they were making beer out of it, and you can treat water. You can actually strip it all down and build it back up. But these guys decided not to, and they just made beer with it, and it was not for me.
Nobody
I'm sure
was
some
buying
people
it.
like
So
it.
I was
but-
going to ask you what one of the worst beers you've ever had was. Would that qualify?
Yeah, probably up there. Yeah, I've had bad beers, but I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to call anybody out.
Yeah.
There's a place in Detroit that puts Faygo in their beer.
Oh, they did.
Batch.
Batch wasn't they did a Detroit collaboration where they every brewery in Detroit did Faygo style beer. So all the breweries had
Well,
one.
it's
And they brought
fun.
them all
Come
to
on,
Beer
it's a
Fest.
fun challenge when
Yeah,
something like
try
that's
it.
happening.
Yeah.
right?
Dragonmead made one too. Actually, Kunin's. They'd both made a rock and rye beer for a little while.
Oh. What about ginger beer? That doesn't have alcohol in it, does it?
It can.
It can, yeah, depends on how
gonna
it's
say.
made.
Not much
yeah.
though.
I was going to say, can you make one? Because I like it.
Usually, I just add rum to that. Dark and Stormies.
Do you know what a thug funeral is?
I'm not sure. No.
It is beer with orange juice.
Oh, okay. I
That's
can
what
see
my
that.
husband does that, like on the
I
day.
never heard it called that. Usually, it's just a beer mosa, but I like that.
Oh yeah,
better.
I've had a beer mosa. Did you start
I got a good one.
brewing in your home? I mean,
Yeah, I homebrewed for a little while.
Okay.
I was not a very good homebrewer.
No.
No, I experimented too much, tried too many weird things.
Yeah, you want to move on, dump something out, and
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
What was your amazing question, Paula? Did I distract you?
Yes, you did distract me. I
You were so
forgot already.
excited.
I forgot.
Well, what was it? What's it like? Because I feel like you're gonna be the brewer, and you're like, this is great. I'll just be behind the scenes, and I don't really have to talk to anybody. But then people like your beers, and you're a bit of a rock star, and people want to talk about beer, and now you have to. Everybody's drunk, and they want to talk to you.
They went
like,
to tour.
I don't mind it.
They went-
I love it. I was in bands for a long time, so I'm used to it. So,
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Well, what instrument did you play?
the last band I was in, I played a theremin.
Awesome. We have one, and it's difficult.
Yeah, I could never play like actual music on it, but it was a surf punk band, and I could figure out how to play along with like some of the guitar and like do that kind of stuff. So it was fun. We wore crazy masks and
Wow.
set up
You're so
televisions,
serious. You're
smashed
like, and then we
televisions.
wore crazy masks.
Yeah,
and
I know, I'm
then we
sorry,
did
yeah.
all this crazy stuff. But you are a father now, so you got to watch what you say.
Oh, she knows I was.
Oh,
She's
okay.
seen videos of it. So,
Has she drank beer?
no, not yet. She smells it though. She likes the smell of it. I'm teaching her that part of it. I teach her how to fill kegs and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, every girl needs to know how to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly. How to tap a keg.
How to
She's
tap a
only
keg.
4 years old. She knows how to tap a keg. So.
I don't even know how to tap. You should know how to tap a keg.
I could figure it out.
Just say that really fast 4 times.
Tap a keg.
Say it again. No, don't do the African click talk.
Tap, tap, tap.
So, do you ever go to one of those food tastings where they pair beer and different
Well, I've
foods?
been to them. Yeah. I'd like to try to do those more at the brewery. Maybe with the new chef coming in, we can start doing more stuff like that.
That's really cool. What about the Girl Scout cookie one? Did you ever see that one advertised?
Yeah. Those are
No,
funny.
but I want to hear about the renovations at the Royal Oak Brewery because, like, what can we expect? Us Mug Club members are just dying to get in there because we miss our friends and family. And
Oh, it's completely closed right now?
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we've been closed.
are you remodeling the bathrooms?
Yeah. Actually, there's we put all new
Great.
porcelain in there. All new porcelain. So.
What about the patio? That's what
Yeah.
everyone wants
Yep.
to know.
Yeah,
What
we're
is
working
the
on the patio.
theme?
When well, you'll come in and see. But they refixed a bunch of the rotted wood that was in there.
I didn't notice.
They're actually, when I was leaving to come up here, they were painting it right now too. So they're supposed to fix the bar that's on there too. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that. So that's going to look, brand new almost.
It was cement.
Not
right?
the one in the bar, not the bar outside.
Oh, outside.
The bar
we were
outside was like a I don't even know what it is to tell
Yeah.
the truth.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys
So
putting
excited.
a stage in?
No, but we do have bands. What is it? I can't remember if it's the first Wednesday or second Wednesday of every month in the summer. We have bands in the patio.
Oh, outside.
Summer
Okay.
concert series. Yeah.
Oh.
What other events do you have coming up?
Kolsching Hour is this Saturday.
That's the last one?
No.
Oh.
There's we'll do them every month, the first Saturday of every month until October, November.
That's
sometime
getting
in
kind
there.
of popular, isn't it?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people that show up to it. We essentially, if you don't know what Kolsching Hour is, we serve Kolsch the traditional way they do in Cologne, in glasses called Stangens. They're about 6.8 ounce glasses that are like a cylinder, and then we carry it in what's called a kranz. It's just a carrying case that fits all of those glasses. When you show up, we just give you. You don't even have to ask for a Kolsch. We just give you a Kolsch.
All this talk about
Yeah, you
Kolsch
should have
makes me
one,
want to
yeah.
have some more
Yeah.
Do you
Kolsch.
have to be a member?
Nope, anybody can show up.
It's so fun, Paula. It's
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do it
good
from
Lord.
noon to 2.
Well,
so day
that's morning.
drinking.
So it's
Yeah.
a Kolsching 2 hour.
Yeah, no, sorry, 11 to 2, 3 hours.
What's up with like beer in the boot? What's
Das Boot.
That's a Das Boot. It's just a traditional German.
You got to
thing
watch
do.
that movie. What's that movie called? Beer Fest or Beer?
Yeah, there's beer.
my
fest.
cousin
Yeah.
was in it. She was in the background.
Did you see the movie?
My husband has seen it several
Well,
times.
you need to see it because the Das Boot, it'll explain the whole history
Oh.
of how the bubble forms in,
Oh yeah, you
in
gotta
the heel.
twist it just right.
And
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't do it right, it'll splash on your
Yeah, oh,
face.
yeah.
It'll kick ya.
yeah.
It'll splash all over your face.
Oh, well, that sounds fun.
What other events do we have coming up? I mean, well, I guess Kolsching event is coming up, but Frost and Foam is another
Yeah,
fun
we
thing you
do.
guys do. I
Yeah.
think that's super cool.
Yeah, we do Frost and Foam. That's, I believe, I can't remember. We've switched it a couple times. I think it's still the first Saturday of every month.
What's that?
We open up the patio and we tap a new like kind of winter style beer, winter themed beer. So like a Scotch ale, 90 shilling Scotch ale 1 month. The next month is Doppelbock. The month after that is our Snowdrift, which is like an English old ale. They're all higher ABV. We bring a keg outside, open up the patio, and drink out there from like 11 to 2. So, in the
So
middle
it
of
could
winter.
be like 0 degrees out. So you wear your snowsuit and you go outside
yeah.
and you watch football.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, if it's on, we'll watch football. Yeah. Usually there's theme too. We've started a thing where we do a yacht rock theme one.
Yacht rock.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you don't know what
You know
rock?
yacht rock?
It's all the songs you hate.
Oh,
Probably.
lot of Journey and stuff.
No, worse.
Oh,
Hall and Oates.
Yeah, like
and
Hall and Oates and
Oh, I
stuff
like
like
and,
Hall and
um,
Oates.
that.
Barry Manilow and
Yeah. Not really much Barry Manilow, but
Okay,
yeah. He
you
might
know,
be in there somewhere.
it's pillow talk stuff.
Yes,
to me.
yeah, exactly,
It's like
yeah.
pillow talk.
yeah.
Well, how many different kinds of beer do you guys have at all times?
Usually up to 10, including a couple guest taps. And then those switch all the time. We have like 3 mainstays, like the Kolsch, the Red Ale, and our IPA are always on. And then the rest just all switch up constantly. When they're gone, I put something new on. We also keep 2 guest taps typically. I always have a cider on because we can't really make it. It's good to have a gluten-free option or a different option. And then a lot of times I'll keep like a fruit beer on. Well, right now we have Fillmore 13 apricot Belgian ale.
Oh,
so,
apricot.
yeah.
That would be good.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you to give a list of everything that's on your selection currently.
Right now we have A Royal Oak Red, the Northern
Which
Kolsch.
is yummy. Which
yeah.
is yummy.
Summer Wit.
Oh, that's yummy too.
What else do we have on? So porter. We have our Pappy's Porch Sippin' Porter.
Oh my God, to get you wasted.
We can.
Pappy's Porch Sin Porter. I love it.
You want to talk about wasted? The Suicide Blonde, which is an
Oh,
8.5% Belgian Golden Strong Ale that does not drink like 8.5% beer.
Oh, so you don't know what hit you.
No, yeah, exactly. Maibach,
like
which
that
is
one.
a 7.5% German lager, in celebration of spring. And then our ESB, Brewhouse ESB, which is an English extra special bitter.
I like chocolate beer. Do you make chocolate beer?
I have, yeah. With the porter, I'll probably end up making like we specialize a lot in like true to style traditional beer. Most of our beer is like when you come in, I want it like if you drink our Kolsch, I want it to taste like it was brewed in Germany. When you drink our wit beer, I want it to taste like it was brewed in Belgium. English, whatever. I don't do a lot of. I do some weird beers or funky beers or whatever you want to call them, but I don't try to focus on that. Those are for other people. Like I like.
You like the simple recipe.
I don't.
The
It's not necessarily simple. A lot of people say that it's actually harder to make a Kolsch than it is most beers because if you mess up, you can taste everything in that. If your cleaning practices are weird or your brewing practices are off, you're going to taste that in a light beer like that. So it's actually harder to make that than it is to add a bunch of stuff to it. So if you start adding stuff to it, you're just hiding all those weird flavors that could turn up in there.
So if we did a blind taste test with you, you would not fail.
With what?
I don't. Well,
Which one's the Kolsch? No, I'm just kidding.
That would be pretty easy.
Well, I do a blind wine tasting party, and it would be fun to do a blind. Well, I did actually go to a blind beer tasting where you have to guess what kind of beers they are. And at the party, they had a big list.
It's called white trash. No, I'm just
Stop it! Did you ever make a beer like make something up and like it wasn't gonna work, and you made a lot of it?
Oh yeah, but you figure out ways to
Half
around
off.
that. No, you don't have.
Add other stuff
I
quickly.
made a brown ale one time that I just kind of threw together, and it ended up tasting more like a porter. So
you called it brown ale porter?
Yeah, I could have dark brown ale. No, I ended up making. I got some Mackinac Island fudged coffee. It was Mackinac Island fudged flavored coffee, and I cold steeped it in there for a couple days, and I made Mackinac Island fudge porter. So,
How long does it take to make a beer like the Kolsch?
it depends on what kind of beer you're making. There's like ales and lagers, and those are the two different kinds of yeast. Ales, you can get them on within a month or so. Sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes
thinking
a little
it
bit
gotta
less.
wait.
How long does
No.
it take to do wine?
What's the quickest beer you can make?
English beers.
Instant.
English beers,
2 days?
Like no. Because it has to
A
ferment.
week?
The brew process takes about 8 to 12 hours, depending on what you're making.
Oh, that's quick.
That's just the brew process. But then when you
Oh.
put it in the fermenter with the yeast, you got to let the yeast finish and eat all the sugars. So, like some English beers, you can get on pretty quick. So English beers, up to 10 days sometimes. That yeast is made to
10
work
days, you gotta
quicker.
wait.
Like when you go to England. Like when they what real ale is or like cask condition, it's where it carbonates in a keg itself. You're not force carbing it essentially, so it still can be a little yeasty. So they throw it in those kegs with a little bit of yeast in it, so they actually carbonate in the keg, and then they ship it sometimes within 6 days, and then they ship it off to their bar. And they're on the hand pull or cask condition. Sometimes it's you ever see the guys with the hammers and the
Yes.
keg. And they're serving it within 8 days. So it just but lagers can take when I brew a lager like the Maibach that's on, that took 6 weeks. That was after it fermented. You have to give it 6 weeks lagering time if you want to do it the proper way.
Do you have a back room where you store all these? 'Cause
No. I
it's
got
all
4
right there
fermenters.
behind the bar?
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, the 4 there's the 5 bright tanks that are right behind the bar, and then over when you're going to the bathrooms, those are the 4 fermenters that are right there. So doing a lager, especially with summertime when we're picking up, it gets a lot harder to get a lager in because you can't take 1 tank up for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But in the wintertime, we slow down a little bit, so I try to do it as much as possible because it's a little harder to do too. That's what you have a beer sitting in a tank for that long. It has more time to bacteria to grow or something weird that could be growing in there. So they're harder to make, which is fun for me to do.
What's the shelf life of a bottle of beer?
It depends what kind of beer it is. It's the same thing. Barley wines are made to age. That's why they call it a wine. It's made to age. Kolsch you want to drink pretty quickly. You know, like
Oh,
most
I better
like.
drink some.
Oh, yeah, we better drink
That's
some.
a good idea. I'll have some more. Wait.
Wait, I want some more Kolsch. I like
right
the
there.
Kolsch better.
Yeah. That's
Oh, you do?
But I don't like to waste things, so.
No,
I'll
that's
drink this
fine.
too.
But yeah, like that's the cool thing about a brew pub too. Is like we talked about the differences between brew pubs and microbreweries. Brew pubs, like I have about 8 to 10 beers on tap, and I can guarantee you, every beer is fresh. Beers, most of our beer, like
I
our
do like
IPA
fresh
or
beer.
Kolsch, is no more than a month old.
Well, it seems like the better you get at brewing, the less work there is to do.
Yes and no. Just make it look easier. It's like with anything. If
You
you're
still
good
have
at
to
it,
put
it
the
makes it look
time
easier.
and
Oh, yeah.
worry into it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you know, I went to Japan, and the proper thing to do in Japan, if you're in a large group of people and you're all out to dinner, you never, ever, ever pour your own beer. And it gets kind of ridiculous. It's like, oh, so I'll pour everyone's,
Hint, hint.
and then you set it down and you wait, and then someone goes, oh, I'll get that.
You hope nobody forgot about you.
Yeah,
Just
they usually
anybody
don't.
can pour it? Just anybody?
Yeah, but they're really, you never pour your own beer. Like you never wear shoes in someone's house. They'll be like, ugh. They always have slippers. But the beer thing is like, okay, come on, can I just pour my beer?
Jeremy, where do you tell people to park when they complain in downtown Royal that there's no parking?
Well, right now there's free parking on the weekends in the parking structures. I know that.
Excellent.
But there's parking all over the place.
I know. I don't know what everybody's complaining about.
Even if you don't want to pay, there's that parking, like it's down 4th Street, just past
CVS.
CVS, yeah. There's that free parking lot right there, and it's
Yeah.
not that far from the brewery. It's a little
At
bit of a walk.
CVS?
No, it's
Wouldn't that
you
be
could if you
illegal?
wanted to, but I don't know if they pay that close
illegal.
I
attention.
park at CVS when I'm going to my friend's house that lives over there. But that's embarrassing for me to admit because I live really close to CVS.
I used to live right by there. I wish I still did. We
I
could
wish
hang
you
out
did
more.
too.
That'd be
You'd
crazy.
be hanging out at the brewery.
Do you guys ever do anything over at Comedy Castle? You guys should do a Comedy Castle Royal Oak Brewery night.
We probably should try. I don't
You know
know.
what?
That's up to the other.
I think it's a good
Paula,
idea.
it's really obvious. You can see all the people that before a show at the Comedy Castle come to the Royal
Yeah, you
Brewery.
kind of don't
know.
have to.
And then they
after.
all leave to go make the show.
Yeah.
And then between shows, sometimes the comedians hang out
Oh,
at
yeah.
the Royal
Oh,
Oak
yeah, yeah,
Brewery.
yeah, yeah.
So you can tell kind of what time it is by
Yeah.
all those people coming and going.
I like talking to the comedians when they're not on because they just don't want to be funny. They're like, hey, no, I'm not going to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you a joke. Shut up.
They don't want to admit they're a comedian.
I know. So do you have a lot of beer in your fridge at home?
Right now, no.
Because you drink a lot at
I
work.
have it at work. Yeah, exactly.
Do you go to a lot of other breweries and visit and
Oh yeah,
critique them?
yeah. You try
Secret
to, but
visit?
sometimes it gets hard. You spend your whole day in a brewery. Sometimes going to another brewery is quite a bit.
Work.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Then
a
you start
shame that
talking
that's
more about
work
it.
for you.
It doesn't suck, that's for sure. But you just got to learn how to separate it, a little bit.
I'd be drunk all the time if I worked at a brewery.
You
Who
are
says
drunk
I'm
all the
not?
time.
Oh my God, you are.
No, you're not. You're not. No, you are.
I'm not.
Oh wait, I don't even know what buttons I'm pushing. Give me another beer.
So I like the whole concept of beer flights. That's what I like to get when I go to a brewery. When did that start? Like,
Did you invent that?
Did you invent that?
It wasn't me.
I think it's
I
great.
should have, but
and they do wine.
Hey, you guys have mimosa flights.
Yeah, we do that now too.
Beer
on,
mosas?
on Sunday
No.
Sunday mornings we do.
What are-
sometimes there's a beer mosa.
Yeah, one of them will be a beer mimosa.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Have you ever had a Corona Rita? It's a margarita with an upside down Corona in
Oh
it.
yeah, I've had those. Yeah,
Me
those are
too.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, had one not that long ago.
Well, that's been a lot of fun, Jeremy. Thanks for coming in today and being a guest on our show. I'm Chatty Patty.
Paula Wella.
And thanks for watching our show.
We got the end screwed up. Sorry.
Hello. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Talk Show. Hello. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Talk
We
Show.
will talk about the things that mean so much to you, like going to a restaurant or hanging at the zoo, clothes and sports and funny news, crafts and travel too. Nothing ever scripted, so expect the unexpected.
Hello. It's the Chatty